The spirits among us. Every other minute seeing shadows. It just took another. Every time I close my eyes, I hear you. Said you found a way out, but you're running back in and you can't stop. Decide to get you. Better turn around now, better not look. It's horror on Cedar Block. Horror on Cedar Block.
The soil didn't just drink the blood, it remembered it. Every scream that was choked by southern winds, every lash of the whip that cracked against brown backs, still echoed beneath Cedar Block's cracked sidewalks. It was never just a neighborhood. It was a graveyard with streetlights. Sam Carter stood near the oak tree that had once been a lynching post. Its limbs twisted like clenched fists against the bleeding sunset. His breath smoked in the humid air, though no cold wind blew. The air was just wrong, heavy with memory. He felt it in the marrow of his bones. A scream, a burn, a betrayal. Behind him, Mama Mars stepped from the mist like a memory resurrected. She was wrapped in black and crimson, her eyes glimmering like coals behind the veil of her locks. Her presence bent the air. Sam turned. Their eyes locked. The world fell silent. The tension wasn't gentle. It cracked like bone, pulsed like a fever. There was no denying the pull. Something ancient stirred between them. Not just desire, something deeper. Their blood knew each other before their minds did. "You shouldn't be here," Mama Mars murmured, voice like a hymn soaked in whiskey and grave dirt. Her hands trembled with magic. "I didn't come for safety," Sam said, stepping closer. "I came for truth." And maybe his eyes dropped to her lips. "For you." The spirits roared in the trees. A gust of wind knocked candles from her altar, and the flame guttered black. "You want me?" she whispered, stepping close enough that their breaths tangled. "Then be ready to bleed for it." Beneath them, the soil pulsed, and far below, something opened its eyes. Tonight, Sam would dig up the box, and the block, it would bleed again. The wind shifted, thick with incense and smoke. From the doorway of her house, Mama Mars watched Sam like she was reading scripture written on his skin. Her eyes held no innocence, just centuries of knowing, of survival, of war, painted in blood and vives. He felt her stare in his marrow. When she stepped forward, the ground itself seemed to hush. Her bare feet kissed the soil like it was holy ground, and Sam felt a pull not just to her, but through her, as if his blood recognized hers. Something ancient stirred. "You carry a dead man's name," she said, voice low, thick with velvet and warning, "and a curse no woman's hands should touch." But she didn't step away. Neither did he. Their bodies stood too close under the cypress tree, the tension between them tightening like a noose. Sam caught a glimpse of a scar on her collarbone, a crescent, carved not by blade, but by ritual. "Why are they angry?" he asked, his voice rough, eyes locked on hers. "They don't want us mixing," she whispered, brushing a finger along the inside of his wrist. "Too much power in pleasure, too much danger in love." Still, her hand stayed. Their breaths synced. The soil pulsed beneath their feet. Behind them, shadows slithered against the walls. The spirits had gathered. The mirror inside the house cracked thin spiderweb lines that vibrated with energy. The flame in her altar flared blue, and from the darkness, a low growl echoed. Something was watching. No many things, but in that moment, all Sam saw was her. All she saw was him. If sin had a scent, it would be whatever hung in the air between them. Her lips brushed his, soft and defiant. It wasn't just desire. It was rebellion. The blood pact had begun. Mama Mars's eyes lingered too long when she looked at Sam. Not the way elders do when reading someone's soul, but like a woman who saw something forbidden, something she wanted to taste. And Sam, he wasn't innocent. He felt the pull, too. Her presence was intoxicating. Her voice laced with power and seduction. Every word she spoke sent a current down his spine. "You feel it, don't you?" she whispered, standing closer than she had any right to. "It's not just them that want you here. It's me." Sam's mouth was dry, his fangs aching behind his gums. The thirst he felt wasn't just for blood, it was for her. Her power, her body, the way she moved like the spirits carried her steps. She reached up, fingers tracing the scar at his collarbone, the one shaped like a crescent moon. His skin burned beneath her touch. "You were never meant to be alone," she said, her lips brushing against his ear. "Even monsters need to be held." A gust of wind blew out the candles, plunging the room into shadows. But the dark wasn't empty. The spirits had gathered. Eyes blinked in the corners of the room. The air grew cold, then hot, then cold again. Whispers circled them like vultures, angry, jealous. The spirits didn't want this union. They'd kill for less. Still, neither of them moved away. Outside, thunder cracked the sky in half. Mama Mars pressed her palm to Sam's chest, chanting something under her breath, part prayer, part curse. Their breath synced. Their pulses danced. She kissed him, and it wasn't sweet. It was desperate, violent, like two storms colliding. Her teeth grazed his lip, drawing blood. The spirits howled. "They'll never forgive this," Sam said hoarsely, dragging his fingers through her coiled hair. "Let them watch," she answered, and they did. The mirror across the room shattered as a figure formed behind the glass. Papa Legba himself, his grin stretching too far across his face. His laughter echoed like a funeral dirge. "You two don't know what you're starting." Blood dripped from the ceiling. Mama Maz pulled away, eyes wild, lips red. "This ain't love," she said. "It's war, dressed in passion." Sam stepped back, panting. "Then let's bleed together." The spell had already begun. Their connection wasn't just lust. It was fate. Twisted, forbidden, dangerous. In the corner, the candles relit on their own. Flames rising high. Shadows danced faster. Somewhere outside, the soil cracked open. The blood debt was stirring, hungry to be paid. Tonight wasn't about comfort or healing. It was about choosing each other, in spite of the darkness. No, because of it. And the soil remembered every kiss.
Cedar Block.